Hello again. My name is Terry Watson's Bollocks, and I would like to invite you on our voyage to the unknown via the turbulent waters of the paranormal. Long gone are the days where ghosts ruled our lives through fear. On this series of Alone on Your Own, we vow to name the unnameable, believe the unbelievable, and bring the spooky to the ghosts. The restless dead are in our sights, and I am going to lead you there. We all live in houses. That's what they're for. Some of us live in flats, or bungalows, or prison. And I think we can all agree that there's just no substitute for some home comforts. But what if your home was haunted? Scientists have estimated that up to 100% of people alive today will one day die. And the amount of those who then go on to become ghosts is on the rise. There are many places in the UK which are famously haunted, such as the Blue Reef Aquarium in Tynemouth, or the spook-filled forest at Jesmond Dean, or even the night terrors of St Mary's Lighthouse right here in Whitley Bay. Today, we're in Whitley Bay to investigate some truly spooky goings-on in this house, a mere stone's throw away from Dark Eyes Rest Cemetery. As Whitley Bay's third longest running paranormal investigation series, we investigate. Welcome to Alone on Your Own, haunted house hunting. My special guest this week is none other than Carl Halalal, noted paranormal expert and ghost wrangler. Carl has been hunting ghosts for as long as he can remember, about 10 years. He says that he's shot himself every single time, so let's hope that happens today. So Carl, how did you get into the ghost wrangling business?
Well, it all started when I was 10 years old, and I was visiting my nan at the mental hospital. And I just remember getting this really weird feeling of unease.
Was it a ghost?
No, it's just a dead, creepy hospital, and I was only a wee kid. But I remember when I got back home, that feeling stayed with me.
Was it a ghost?
No, I just got back late and I was really tired. But it was about a year later when I first started noticing things.
Was it ghosts?
Yes, it was, Teddy. Aye.
Ghosts! Class, so what are you hoping to find tonight in this house?
Well, there are lots of different kinds of paranormal investigative surreptitious samples to be found in any place of residence, Terry. There are spooks, spectres, ghosts, poltergeists, angels, witches, demons, apparitions, entities. The list goes on and on.
Well, please don't. So, what do you want to do first?
Well, we're going to get some of my special equipment that I've brought with me, take a few readings of the house and see what's what.
Right. Let's get to it. Okay, Carl has brought me in here and literally emptied his bag of tricks onto the table. So Carl, would you like to take us through it?
Absolutely, Terry. I'll just show you this first piece of equipment. I've had it for a very long time. It's a lovely little beauty.
Oh, what's that?
That is a fluctuation anomaly pointer.
Oh, now, I've heard of that. Is that a FAP?
That's a fab, Terry, yes.
Okay, so for me and the audience, could you tell us, what does it do?
Absolutely, Terry. What it does is it detects small anomalies in the air temperature if there's any paranormal entities mucking about.
Alright, so it finds the ghosts?
Well, not quite. It tells you where the ghosts have been. I'll give you a demonstration.
Oh, yeah.
I'll scan across your wee belly there and I'll hold the microphone up like that. Now take a look at that reading.
Oh, that is spooky. I tell you, that is spot on.
Right.
Well, that's all very interesting, Carl. But tell us, what in the name of Russell Crowe is this?
Well, if you just twist the top of the lid off there, Terry, and then give it a flick of your wrist. Your other wrist.
Oh! You seen it here first?
So this is a container for ectoplasm.
And what is ectoplasm?
Ectoplasm is the residue left behind by ghosts when they come into contact with our etheric plane.
Mucky buggers. So, you're telling me the FAP leads us to the ectoplasm?
That's right, Terry, aye. So basically, Terry, if you have a very good FAP, you get a lot of sticky ectoplasm.
Superb. Me and Carl will be pulling an all-nighter to use his fapping machine to see what kind of piss is lurking about in this humble abode. Okay, it's coming up on 7:45 at night, and me and Carl have got the FAP running, and we're gonna do the initial sweeps of the lower floors of this house. If I'm ready, you're ready, you good?
Let's get to it. Huh?
Let's get after it. Okay. First little cross-examinations here.
Something that takes a little bit of time to warm up. So,
Oh, well, a little bit of time. We got plenty of time. Nothing there. Just want to get this corner, bud. I'll let you get that. Get nice and
it's not bringing up, you see.
Nothing yet, but keeping after it. It's a spooky one, this house.
That's what I am here.
Right, let's get after it. Just gonna get a crouch on. You just want to get up there, bud. Okay, can you get anything on that? It's not too, but we're rolling.
Still nothing.
Nothing coming up. Okay, well. Is there anything to suggest that we're getting any reading at all tonight?
There's nothing coming through today, I'm afraid. Other than my beard tingling, I mean...
Is that... Oh, step back, what's the beard? Is that a regular thing?
In haunted houses, it is.
In haunted houses?
But, I mean, it reminds me of a time a few weeks ago.
Oh! Point there again. Oh, I'm trying to...
Look at that, I've never seen it so high.
We've got a strong reading on this one, guys. Right, look here. There's a bit of a blind spot. How about I open the door for you?
You get yourself in there.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. You ready?
As I'll ever be.
Let's get after it. Okay, I'll let you go. What's that, boss?
Coming from up here, Terry.
It's coming from the corner of the room, the uppermost corner.
Look at that.
Oh, gee. Oh, I'm struggling to keep my voice down here. We're getting such a strong signal here. We're definitely getting a signal, is that right?
It's unbelievable, Terry. It's telling me that very recently there was a paranormal entity in this room.
Very recently. Does the FAP tell us anything about that entity?
Not with 100% accuracy, so we can't rely on it. I can try and find out. It says two vengeful, malevolent rape demons on the lookout for human sacrifice.
Ghost hunting. We've just heard some really strange and spooky noises coming from the upstairs bathroom. So me and Carl are gonna go investigate it and see what we find.
Oh, Terry, it's telling me that something has just took place inside this bathroom.
Oh, get that light on, man. Carl.
Just take a look at this, Terry.
Whoa, Incredible! It would appear that the paranormal entity has attempted to take a bath. Carl, is this kind of thing normal?
Oh, absolutely, Terry, aye. It's when something totally horrific and evil forces its way into our world.
Via the bath?
It's a useful mode of transport, Terry. You see, it needs a powerful symbol, hence the swing, hanging over something that represents life on Earth, in this case, the bath water.
Incredible. So, that proves it. Aliens use wormholes, but ghosts use plug holes. Fascinating. So that means that there is a spectre of unimaginable evil in the house with us right now.
It would appear so, Terry, aye. But I think there's more to this than we even realise.
Cracking. After the first thorough sweep of the house, Carl takes me aside and tells me we've actually overlooked a critical bit of information.
Man, me and you should star in it, we should make it.
By all means, mate, no fucking way. Well, well. As loyal viewers may know, I have quite a history with this place. In a previous series of Alone on Your Own, I and a guest named Dave Knackerman came here to investigate a paranormal experience he had originating in this cemetery. After that traumatic experience, I vowed on my mother's life to never return to Dark Eyes Rest. Thankfully, my mother died just recently, and I'm contractually obligated to do whatever my producers tell me to do. So, here we go again. So, Carl, I have been dragged back here because of you. And that is because you hypothesize there is a link between this cemetery and the spooky goings-on in the house that we're investigating. So, would you like to enlighten us?
Well, as you know, Terry, the cemetery was built fairly recently, and due to the high mortality rate of the residents, it filled up very quickly. Then, of course, they needed to build an extra house for the last 3 remaining homeless people in Whitley Bay. Of course, they couldn't pay their rent, so they kicked them out promptly. But that house was built on the cemetery, and that house is the one we're investigating.
Now hold on, Carl. Are you trying to tell me that every single person buried in that plot of land, who then went on to become a ghost, is concentrating on just one house?
No, Terry. What we have identified is the ghost of 2 young men haunting that particular house. And in fact, that's the reason I brought you to this part of the cemetery, Terry.
And what's that?
Follow me. Well, as you can see, Terry, this is the same swing that the 2 young men used to play on. You see, 2 months in, Mayor Fisher decided he wanted to cut costs and battle Whitley Bay's failing tourism. So he turned it into a cemetery/theme park. It's really quite something, isn't it? What do you think, Terry?
Well, it's pan-shatteringly terrifying, mate. So for all intensive purposes, this right here is Spectre HQ. So what are we going to do about it?
Well, Terry, what I think we need to do is attempt to contact them.
So as it turns out, this cemetery and our haunted house are spookily entwined. Who'd have thought it? So let's get back over there for night number 2. The night had grown cold and lonely, and we were knackered. After 4 hours of nothing, when we were just about to give up hope, the FAP detector suddenly started to go mental. Is that...
Terry, it says there's something outside.
Is that what I think it is?
Come on, Terry.
Action stations?
Oh my God! Come on! Come on!
way now.
Terry! Come on!
It's all kicking off now.
Terry, it's telling me that right now there's a paranormal entity inside this room.
Let's go investigate.
Let's do it. Bloody hell!
Carl! Carl? Carl! Carl, it's Terry! So were there any spirits in the room? So was that a yes or...
The traveler has come.
Ghost hunting. Well, there we have it. We've just spent an excruciatingly boring couple of days investigating the claims of this paranormal house. So, Carl, tell me, what did you find from the experience?
Well, I had a good time, but I didn't think it was a very eventful 2 nights, did you?
Oh, by all means, mate, I would completely agree with you on that front. In fact, I would go so far as to say that I've got an overall numbing regret of this entire experience.
Oh, absolutely, Terry. I was hoping for more action, to be honest, but nonetheless, thanks very much for having me.
Not a problem, Carl. We would really like to have you along on future ghost hunts we're going to have in the future. So there we have it. Some truly crackers goings on in this little slice of suburbia. All along in an unsuspecting neighbourhood, totally, blissfully unaware of the terrors going on around them at any one time. Join us next week on Alone on Your Own when we talk to the eyewitnesses of the infamous West Monkston Pet Shop Stripper Massacre.